In Activity 1, What is the Moon?, students discuss two familiar celestial bodies, the Sun and the Moon, and their relationship to Earth. Students first compare the daytime and nighttime skies and discover that, unlike the Sun, the Moon can be seen both during the day and at night. Finally, students discuss the role of the Sun as the star closest to Earth. You will need the following materials from the kit: Activity Sheet 1 and large white envelopes. You will also need to provide sheets of plain white paper and boxes of crayons. To prepare for the activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 1 for each student. Each student will need 2 sheets of white paper. Each team of 2 will need a box of crayons. Give each student a large envelope in which to store his or her drawings and activity sheets. Conduct this activity early in the morning on a clear day, about a week after the full moon. At this stage in the lunar cycle, the moon rises around midnight and sets around midday. Consult a calendar, newspaper, or the internet to find out when the next full moon is to appear. To begin the activity, help students distinguish between the sun and the moon by comparing the elements of the daytime and nighttime skies. Then, hand out 2 sheets of white paper to each student and distribute a box of crayons to each team of 2. Tell students that they are to draw 2 pictures, one showing the sky during the day and the other showing the sky at night. Have students label their drawings day sky and night sky. After students have finished their drawings, ask, "What can you see in the sky during the day?" Students will likely mention the sun. Then ask, "What does the sun look like?" Ask several volunteers to draw pictures of what they think the sun looks like. Ask students, "What can you see in the sky at night?" Students will probably mention the moon and stars. This is a good time to explain that the moon is a natural satellite that orbits planet Earth. Then ask, "What does the moon look like?" Have several volunteers come to the board and draw a picture of what they think the moon looks like. Next, point to the drawings of the sun and ask, "Can you see the sun at night?" Students should know that they cannot see the sun at night. Then, point to the drawings of the moon and ask, "Can you see the moon during the day?" Most students will reply that they cannot see the moon during the day. However, some may understand that the moon can often be seen in the sky during the day. Next, bring students outdoors and have them observe the morning sky. Instruct students to look in all directions and to name everything they see in the sky above them. Before students do this, however, make sure to warn students not to look directly at the sun, as it may injure their eyes. After students have observed the morning sky, ask, "What do you see in the sky this morning?" Students may be surprised to have seen the moon. Bring students back indoors and have them add the moon they have just observed to their drawings of the daytime sky. Then, distribute a copy of Activity Sheet 1 to each student and have them complete the sheets. Next, ask students, "What else can you tell me about the sun?" Give students time to brainstorm and accept all answers. Then, inform students that the sun is a star at the center of our solar system. Ask students, "Is the sun in the sky when it is cloudy out?" Students should understand that the sun is always there, even when it is hidden by clouds. Discuss with the class the relationship between the sun and Earth. Explain that Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. Define a star for the class as a glowing ball of superheated gases and encourage students to recall stars they have seen in the night sky. Have volunteers come to the board and draw pictures of what they think stars look like. Ask students, "Can you see stars during the day?" Students will probably reply that they cannot see the stars during the day. Next, draw a line from the word sun in the day sky column to the word stars in the night sky column. Inform students that the sun is a star and that it is the star closest to Earth. Explain that the sun gives off so much light during the day that we cannot see the other stars in space, although they are there. Lead students to understand that the sun and the stars do not look the same to us on Earth because the sun is very close to us, while the other stars are far away. Ask students, "If you were to travel closer to some of the other stars in space, what do you think they would look like?" Students should understand that the other stars in space would probably look like the sun. Make sure students understand that the Earth is a planet and not a star like the sun. To conclude the activity, ask, "Why is the sun so important to us here on Earth?" Guide students to understand that the sun is the source of heat and light for Earth, and that without sunlight, Nothing could live or grow on Earth. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.